guys, how's it going? So I hope you can hear me okay. I'm kind of filming in a different place, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk. Yeah, where do I start? Okay, first of all, let me start by saying that I feel crappy today. I'm feeling a little bit bloated. I'm bloated, you know. Anyway, where do I start? So, okay, let me talk about my, how I'm feeling. So, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff lately. I have always suffered from depression. It's nothing new for me. I've always, I haven't always, but as probably in the last 15 years, I have suffered from severe anxiety, which has been awful. It sucks. I actually, years ago, I spent months going to the hospital because I had no idea what it was. I had tests run on me. They thought I had blood clots. They thought everything. And they would send me home with pain meds because it was like, here you go, take this, here you go. And that's never what it was. So eventually I found out that it was anxiety. And it was the most awful thing ever, you know? So, now I suffer from severe depression. I always have, I've had bad shit that's happened to me in my life. It just has always been like, who doesn't? Like, everybody has bad shit that happens to them, you know? It just is. And unfortunately, like, I didn't have, people that I could turn to, you know? I didn't feel like I could have people that I could turn to when I was younger. The only ones that I did have, there was only one that I felt like I really, really loved, just I could turn to. And, it was my grandfather, and, he passed on when I was in high school, and it was like the worst thing ever. But he's the one, besides my mom, like my mom and stuff, but like she always worked, and, she did the best that she could with, me and my brother. But, it was really hard. And so, I guess I'm just kind of going through the backstory, like, my life has never been easy. I've always been overweight my whole life, I had some really bad stuff happen to me as a kid, and it sucks. Like, it really, really sucked to have the things that happened to me as a child. And the fact that nobody helped me out was, like, even worse, But my story is nothing new. Like, it's my story, and I feel like I have to tell it. One day I'll fully tell my story, but I don't think that this is the time to tell my story completely. But bad shit happened to me when I was a kid, and it just food was like that one thing that always was like constant, and like I said, my story is not unusual, like so many others. It's just, food addiction is awful, and food addiction is very real. And sometimes I wonder why I came on social media. Why am I here? Why am I sharing with the world? Like, why do I share, only to be ridiculed? And it's a really hard thing. It's hard sharing, but there's times where I don't know how else to do it but to share. And I think the hardest thing for me is, though, that I'm not sitting here asking somebody to feel sorry for me. I'm not asking for sympathy. I don't want to be coddled. I don't want none of those things. I just want to share my story of where I've been, my fight, because I'm not a quitter. And I find not only me, I asked one of my my friends, I asked her the other day, I said, how do you deal, because like she has a lot of people who follow her and watch her videos, and you know, and I notice, like, I watch her videos and I notice people just like, you know, will just say really awful mean things to her, and mean things to her, and call her all kinds of names, you know, about her weight and just like everything. And I'm like, how do you deal with it? Like, how do you deal with it? I don't know how to deal with it. Like, I don't know how to deal with social media sometimes. I don't. And I asked her, you know, I was like, how do you deal with it? And she just told me, she's like, I don't read the comments sometimes, you know? And I was like, yeah, I feel like I don't want to, like, I want to, you know, like, I'm not saying tons of people watch me, because I'm sure they don't, but I'm just saying, like, I just want to feel like the ones who do watch me and that do follow me and my friends, I want to say, hey, you know, like, respond back to them and stuff. So, but, you know, it's, we all deal with stuff. Like, we all deal with stuff. So, and yeah, so I'm just, you know, I'm trying to deal with this whole depression thing. And, you know, should I keep to myself? Should I open up to my friends? Should I be on Facebook? Should I not be on Facebook? You know, I thought about going off Facebook, going off YouTube. But then I was like, no, this is like my outlet. You know, this is the thing that gets me through sometimes. Like, this is how my release and how I can let it all out sometimes and stuff. So I was like, no, that's not going to work for me, you know. And, but my depression is very real. And I used to suffer from agoraphobia like 14 years ago. Like, really bad, to the point where I couldn't even leave my house. I couldn't leave my bedroom. Sorry, I couldn't barely look out the window because it freaked me out. And everything had to be done by having others do it for me. And it was an awful thing, because I've always been on my own my whole life. Even as a teenager, I was very self-sufficient. I was kicked out of my house when I was like 16, and I lived on my own. You know, so I've always just been self-sufficient, you know, I've always been like this. And, you know, I worked at 16, and went to school and did other stuff, you know, and I completely did that, you know. So I've been very self-sufficient my whole life, and there's so many things that people don't know about me. Like, it's funny because people think they know so much about me, but they really don't. And like, I'm a big kid at heart, I really am. And, you know, it's just how things are, that's just how I am and stuff. And I get, you know, it's just so, you know, it's so hard sometimes to deal with life and just everything that comes along with it, you know. So, you know, unfortunately, I became one of those people who, you know, controlling my issues with food and weight was never easy. And I've lost a lot of weight, and sometimes people may look at me and say, God, you still have a long way to go. And that may be true, but in your eyes, and even maybe in my eyes sometimes, you know. But the thing is that I'm human. I bleed just like everyone else. I require, you know, water and food on a daily basis. I require, you know, human contact. I am human. I am a person, and I'm a real person, you know. And my feelings get hurt. I do have feelings. Believe it or not, I have feelings. And sometimes those feelings get hurt. And as strong as I try to be, sometimes you know, I can't control my feelings. And I have been truly blessed with people in my life who are truly my friends, and who truly care about me, and who truly love who I I probably just said that. I think I just said that. But they care about me as a person, you know? And it's really hard. And sometimes, like, I try not to talk about it. I'm, like, so mad. And I'm like, people are so cruel. And people are, like, bullies. And I'm tired of bullies. That's the one thing. I'm tired of bullies. I'm tired of people thinking it's okay to put others down. And then, you know, but they're too ashamed to show their face, and it's just like, I've had to deal with this, like, my whole life, you know, and you think it would get easier by now. I'm in my 40s, and you would think that it would be easier by now, but it's not. Like, it is not. But, like, I'm truly blessed. I have amazing people in my life, but I am dealing with this thing we call depression, and it sucks. It sucks so bad, and I sometimes can't get out of this depression, and sometimes it takes days, and sometimes I cry for absolutely no reason. But that's just me, and that's just how that's how I cope, you know? And some days I can't get out of bed because my depression is so bad, and other days I just want to go. Like, I just want to go out and enjoy this weather and enjoy life and, you know, and stuff. So I'm struggling, you know, I'm struggling, not just physically, like with food, and, you know, I will always be a food addict. Like, I will always be a food addict. That never goes away. Like, that will never go away. I'm sorry to tell some people who want to continue to make fun of me, but that will never go away. And if you think it's funny to, like, make fun of a person who has an addiction, then you know what? So be it. Like, go ahead, you know, make fun of me. Tell me that apparently, like, people know what I buy at the store. So apparently there's, like, people watching me or whatever the case. I don't know. But, you know, I am, like, 100% real. I'm 100% raw. You can ask any of my friends. I have no, you know, I've had people over. You can see what's in my house. And do I fuck up? And do I buy shit that maybe, you know, or eat shit that I shouldn't have maybe once in a while? Yes, I do. Because I'm human. You know, and it was funny because I was watching my friend Courtney, was it last night? And she was talking about how, you know, we're all human, like you do stuff sometimes in moderation and stuff, and sometimes I eat stuff and it's like, oh God, why did I have that? That made me so sick. And then there's other times I'm like, all right, you know, I did really good today. But, you know, I'm super proud of myself because, you know, I went and I saw my dietitian and I'm getting her help, you know, and I'm just doing those things to take care of me. And, you know, sometimes that means, you know, not even posting on Facebook and not even posting on YouTube and not posting on Instagram, or maybe some days I post stuff and I'm crying on Instagram, or not crying, not like making a video, but showing a picture and just I'm trying to help myself, you know, I'm trying really, really hard. And I'm so proud of myself because, like, I've started on this, this road back to, like, you know, trying to work really hard. And, you know, the last 2 months have been so worth it. Like, they have not been easy in any way at all, but, like, having my breast lift has been amazing, but it's also been emotional. Like, I'm so used to, like, being a certain way, and then when somebody takes that away, like, by my choice, of course, when someone takes that away and you're like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on here? Like, I am having this body that I never could imagine. Like, what is going on, you know? And my body is not perfect, and I will never be perfect. Like, nobody's body is perfect. I'm sorry, but nobody's is perfect, you know? We all have this or we have that, but I'm really proud of myself today because, like, I stepped on the scale a few days ago and it was down, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was down 10 freaking pounds. And to some that may be like, oh, well, of course you should be, you know, but to me it's like, I'm getting back on that road to recovery, you know, that's what I call it. And I'm just like, you know, could I have done a lot worse? Yes, I could have. Like, I really, really could have. But I'm just so proud of myself, and it's just going to take those steps to get back to where I need to go, like, where I need to go. I am not at my lowest weight. You know, yes, have I had some regain? Yes, I have. I've had about 20 to 25 pounds regain, and, you know, from my lowest since I had my surgery. And many of you may or may not know that I started my highest weight. I was 560 pounds, and, you know, and it was a really tough thing. I had type 2 diabetes, which I do not have at the moment. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have, like, I have PCOS, and that's something that I struggle with every single day. Like, that is, it's a hard disease to have. Like, PCOS is really hard. If you don't know, you should look it up, and it's really, really hard. I take medication for my PCOS, and it's tough. Like, and the medication may not help. It may, sorry about that. And so it's just, you know, it's something that I deal with on a daily basis. I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. I deal with, you know, just getting up every day and saying, okay, today's going to be a different day. Today's going to be a better day, and making it that the day that I can, you know, and stuff. So I deal with depression, and I'm real. Like, I'm a real person, you know. I am so real and stuff. And am I judged? Yes, we're all judged every single day of our lives, you know. From the moment we're born, we are judged, and it's just, it's hard. Like, it's hard. And when you put yourself out there on social media, of course, people are going to judge you, you know. They're going to look at you, and they're like, oh, you know, and judge you and stuff. And so, yeah, you know, I've always had really tough skin, and, you know, and this is just, there's times where you just cannot be strong anymore, and you break down, and then you remember, and people remind you of how strong you really are and stuff. So anyone watching this that deals with depression or anxiety, or people being bullies, and who, you know, just deal with whatever, weight problems and image problems and everything else, just know that you're not alone, you know. And the mean people out there, they'll always be there, you know. They'll always be behind the keyboard. They'll always be behind a tree, whatever, you know, and think that they're better than somebody else. But until you can actually look in a mirror and say, you know, that you're perfect, which nobody is, by the way, you know, stop judging other people and stuff. Do we judge other people? Yes, of course, we all do, you know, and stuff. But there's one thing to say, oh, hey, you know, whatever. And then there's another thing to just be absolutely cruel, you know. And I try my best not to be cruel. I really do. And I've just come to this realization that there are some people that don't like me in a circle that I thought I belonged, but there's some that do, and then there's some that absolutely just, you know, maybe just put up with me because I'm in that event or whatever at the moment. But some people just won't like me, and that's just how life is, you know. It's just how life is. So I'm going to live the best way that I know how. And yeah, and so today I have to say that I'm feeling good. I got out. I went for a walk, and I'm 10 pounds down. And that's something that I'm really proud of. And some people, like I said, they may think it's nothing, but to me, it's a lot. So just be kind to yourself, and remember, don't don't ever let anyone take away your sparkle, because you deserve to shine just like everyone else. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and yay, on 10 pounds down. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.